Okay, so now we need to set this up. I need to put all these things back underneath the foot control, like so, and then I need to add a bunch of attributes to this foot control. In reality, all they're really doing is controlling these different transform groups, these things, all those selected groups. Okay, so I need to lock my offset attribute. That should never really need to be used. Now, what Sue had asked earlier is, should the foot be able to move around and twist without affecting the knee? Because right now, if we rotate the foot, the knee rotates also. We can do that, and it's kind of a pain, but if it was really necessary, we could do that with our knee attribute. And we could rotate the knee to the side and while leaving our foot planted, and be counter animation. So you guys don't want to watch me try to figure that out on video, I'm pretty sure. But it is possible. I'll admit it will be a pain with this rig. Okay. So with my foot control selected, and with the channel box open, I'm going to go to Edit, Add Attribute, and we're going to create a bunch of attributes. So let's call the first one Roll. We'll probably use that one the most. That's to roll the foot. It'll also be the most complicated to set up. Let's give it a -10 for minimum, maximum of 10, default of 0, and we'll click Add. Okay. Now we need we'll just do it in order of our hierarchy over here. We'll use that as reference. So we'll add a heel twist, again using camel case, so that we'll have nice names over here in the channel box. And again, we'll do a minimum of -10, maximum of 10, default of 0. Add. Okay. Let's do a toe twist with the same attribute, same minimum maximums, -10, maximum 10, default to 0. Oops, I clicked OK instead. That's okay. Let's go back. Add more attributes. So we got toe twist. We need to control our lean. So let's create a lean the foot in and out. Lean in, out, and do a minimum of -10, maximum of 10, default to 0. Add. Okay. That takes care of both of these groups, the inside and outside foot group. Then we need to be able to raise and lower the toes. So toe raise, lower, and a minimum of 10, -10, maximum of 10, default to 0. Add. Now we need to do the heel. Heel, raise, and lower. And again, we'll give it a minimum, maximum. -10, 10, 0. Click OK. That ought to be enough for now. If we decide we need more functionality later, we can always come back and add it as needed. Okay, so let's just take care of these from the top down. So we'll start with the roll. The two groups involved with the roll are the toe raise lower and the heel raise and lower. we want to select both of those. We're going to go to Animate, Set Driven Keys, or Set Driven Key, Set. That loads those two groups in the driven portion of the Set Driven Key window. And then we need to grab our foot control and load it as the driver. So we'll have all our attributes here. Okay, so now we need to decide which of the rotation axes is it that we need to use in order to get our hill, or get to do the proper rotation. Okay, so it looks like X and X, because those are the ones that rotate the front to back. So we're going to select the hill raise, and the roll right now is set to 0. So I'm going to select roll. I'm going to select hill raise. It's also set to 0. That's good. This is the default position. And we need the rotate X. So I select rotate X, and then I'm going to key. I'm going to do the same thing for the toe, because when the roll is at 0, it's the default position for the character's foot, and so it shouldn't be rolled at this point. So again, with the rotate X selected, I'm going to key. Okay, so now we have to decide for our roll if a positive roll rolls the foot forward or backward. You can decide whatever you want. I like it to be positive if it's rolling the heel up. So with it, I changed my foot control roll attribute to 10, and my heel raise lower group is now selected, and I need to rotate it in X to the maximum that I think it'll ever need to be raised. That's pretty extreme. And then I like to choose a nice round number. So I'll choose 65 degrees in my channel box. And then I still have roll selected in the set driven key window and rotate X in the driven portion, and I will key. Okay, so now if I select my roll attribute, it rolls the heel back down. I need to go to -10, and when it's -10, we need to raise the toes up. Okay, so I've got that set on my roll. I need to select the toe raise lower, the rotate X, and I need to starting to wonder if I'm even thinking about this correctly. Actually, we don't even need to do that, do we? Okay. I'm going to do it just because. So we'll do that, and then we'll key it. I didn't choose a nice round number though, so I need to do -60 key. Okay, so now I've got one attribute that the animator can use to roll the foot around. Yeah, I did that wrong. Let me undo. Okay. Let me set my roll to -10, and I need to actually have the wrong group in here. So let's remove we don't need this toe raise lower group. We actually need the ankle. Let's see. Heel raise and lower. We need the heel twist group. Yeah, that's what we need. Okay. So we select that. That.